Hello there guys, my name is Jay or DA and welcome back to another episode of the Empyrion single player survival, where I do have a secondary person milling about on the game. That is just purely because he asked if he could, and I said yeah, why not. If you guys do, I'd be happy to have sort of at least a single person milling about on the server, just adding their own thing to Akura and the planet and stuff. But be mindful that once I do get the New Dawn 6.0 up and running from this world, I will be progressing onto a new sort of world that has lots of planets. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, if you do want to, when I am recording, if you happen to catch me when I'm recording, or just about to, then yeah, I'll happily consider it, because I've actually got Jelly in the server at the moment, which I might just send him a message just to make sure that he's still alive. There we go. So yeah, Jelly's been he asked me if I could play and stuff, if he could play and whatever, and I said why not. There he is. Hello YouTube. So what I've done is I literally just kitted him out with a few things. I can't do that with everyone, but I just kitted him out with a couple of things just so we could go out into the wilderness and actually go and make some sort of living down there and whatnot. But yeah, so I've actually changed the base up quite a lot. I've actually gone through and pimped out the landing bay a bit more. Now what I've done with this is I've actually put like a wall that sort of goes across the section of the landing area now, and that is because I was finding a lot of enemies just being able to walk right up here and then get to me. Now they can't, because there's a little bit of a step there which they can't actually navigate. So I found a way, quite an easy, quite cheap as well, because it's just concrete, way of keeping them out. And also, I'm kind of sounding very Donald Trumpish, aren't I? What I plan on doing is I plan on expanding this out the opposite side as well, to just go straight over that way, and then we can sort of flatten that off, and then we can hopefully have quite a big industrious base here, which would be quite cool. Now one of the things that I am having issues with is power, and what I've ended up doing is I've ended up increasing the power capacity of the base. So we've got 2 of these generators now, which has obviously halved the current output that we need, and we've also got double the fuel tanks as well now. So we've got double of everything. Farming's still a bit of an issue because we do need a bit of a farm to use and live off. I don't know whether Jelly wants to make a farm, but that'd be quite cool. But either way, I'm thinking of maybe expanding this out and bringing it down and making that into like a farm module that actually can sustain plants and its proper temperature and whatever else. Because right now it's a bit of a struggle to support like some of the early life plants, because I've tried growing some. The alien honey plant, this one was the one that survived. This one's the one I actually planted first, whereas the other one I planted second, and that one died. And that's basically because the nights on Akua can be quite harsh. If we actually go out here, it's 2 degrees and the plants can't survive. I tried putting down some Akua berry sprouts and they can't survive in this. It's 2 degrees. Whereas I'm sure if I place them in the morning, or just as morning breaks and the temperature starts to rise, what you'd probably find is a few of them would survive until they get to maturity, and then they'd be okay. So that's something that I've had to sort of try and figure out, and I've got some plans on how to rectify and fix it, which is good. It's just something that's on the back burner at the moment, because I'm kind of just supporting myself from that farm that provides us with all that alien honey that just gives us so much food, and not a lot of it gives us actually double the health of other things, and also fixes the Okay, so Jelly's disappearing, however early into the game. That's fine. I'll just say see you to him. But yeah. So he wanted to join and he's just had to go, but that's alright, I don't mind. Yeah, so the idea of this episode is to just basically work on a hover vessel, which I've got all the parts for sitting in my inventory if you hadn't already noticed. And the idea is I want to make a mining rig that also has a harvesting module on, so if we do get this farm up and running, we can open a big door and allow in harvesting module and sort of chow down all the stuff that needs to be harvested. I'm guessing that's how it works, I ain't sure, But that's my idea. That's my plan. I'm going to stick to it until you guys tell me otherwise, because you know what I'm like sometimes. You know that I sometimes have derpy moments. Okay, he's staying. He's staying. Okay. Happy face. Well, I think he's just bought some more time on his PC. Right, so, yeah. So, what I want to do here is I've got 4 drills. So, I want to try and put them as close to the front as possible. I'm kind of thinking these can be kind of spread out a bit. They are kind of big, and I'd want them to be low, but if they're too low, this thing won't really fly that well. So I'm going to have to stick them here, aren't I? So I'd want 1. I'm thinking 3, because 3 is a good number, just because these don't sort of drill a 1x1 section. They do a lot bigger sections, because obviously the planet and the voxel terrain and whatever. So I think that should be okay, to be honest. I've got a cockpit sitting around somewhere, which is here. I might go and say hello to him once this has been built up, and try and scare him. We've got this cockpit here. Is this one? I reckon this one would do. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Some of these are like the new cockpits. They look really badass. Got a flat one here. That might actually be a lot better, so it doesn't get in the way. Yeah, that would be a lot better. Here he is in his lovely armour. Just making sure he's still got his stuff, just so he hasn't lost it all, because I don't know if he left or not. Awesome. Alright. So then, so I reckon that'll be a good plan, because this is going to be quite condensed, I hope, anyway. So I don't want it to be too lumbrous and nasty, because if it becomes a bit of an effort to fly, it's not really a decent ship in my eyes. And I want it to be something that can be flown, as well as go into like those tight crevices and actually mine efficiently. Because the last one we built was okay, but it kind of did get stuck, and it's kind of derpy in all due respect. So, you know, it's just one of them things. And what I can do is I can put the thrusters underneath to control it, or I can actually put them in between. Well, yeah, put them in between. I can actually stick them there and there. Which way does this go? I think it turns, doesn't it? Yeah. He needs stuff to make a generator. Oh god, I think I've got a spare one somewhere. No, I don't. He may have to mine it, because I can't afford to give him a lot more. I can't afford to give him a lot more, because I've got to afford a 12 class ship at the moment. So, and literally the New Dawn is looking to be a ridiculous looking ship. It's badass in every sense, and I'm really happy on how it's turning out. It's just taking all of the time to even try and figure out how things are going to work on there. It's probably got a bit too much space for just me, but when I think, well, if Robin and that join the game and stuff, then that's going to be cool, because we can dedicate rooms to people then, and we can actually maybe move it into multiplayer. Who knows. Right, we've only got 1 generator. I kind of saw that to be enough, but I'm not particularly too sure now. I mean, this is actually looking quite cool. It's looking quite low in it and sleek in design. What else are we going to need? We're going to need all the survival elements, as well as the RCS stuff, so we can actually move this left and right with our mouse. There we go. There we go. Right, so we've got that, we've got fuel, we've got everything else, and we need front thrust. Ugh, excuse me. We need front thrust. Words. There we go. I'm kind of thinking I need more space for the other additional features. Like, I've got to fit a constructor on here somewhere. Where's this constructor gonna go? Ah! Perfect. Constructors 3x3, 3x1. Excellent. 3 by 1 by 1. Excellent. Right. We don't need a ventilator. I kind of built all these oxygen things just in case we're going to need it for planetary, but I kind of think you're going to drive to the source, aren't you, and then deploy your ship. And that's all we're going to need. So we're going to need some cargo as well, so we'll have the singular ones because we don't need too much cargo. We might want to put these on the outside. Just because. Ah! Alright. There. We can probably put the fridge up here. If it wants to fit. There we go. Ah! What we could do, let's strip that off. Strip that off, and what we can do is these things take up 2, don't they? They indeed do. So we could strap this one here. We want to put a gun on this ultimately, like a mining turret, but that ain't gonna happen right now, is it? We could probably fill that void with something else. We can actually put an ammo box on there anyway, so we can stick all bullets in that we're gonna need for travelling out. 'Cause this thing is gonna need to be equipped with the finest gear for me to go out and rule the roost in. What we can do is we can get a double crate, and then we can get a single crate and sit on the top. We can basically have this like a bit of a mule. Oh, we can get 2 on there because that's just 2, isn't it? There, yeah. Where is it? Yeah, it technically is. There we go. Kind of looks like the ugliest thing ever, but I think if I bulk it out with some other blocks, it may look a bit nicer. Are we going to need some upthrust to stop it floating too high up in the air? I don't think we do, because it's just going to rely on the gravity unless we take it onto another planet, but that'll be a thing we do in the future. Right. I'll be honest, these ships probably will get redesigned from the ground up once we do start moving planets again. That doesn't. That looks alright. I like the lovely like beveled edges. I can't have them beveled though because everyone's got that patented now. I'll belong with beveled edges because everyone has to freaking paint into shape now. I've had so many issues with like the likes of phone companies recently, and how they're just having these big patent wars on stuff. It's bonkers. They think they can patent a shape that's been around for thousands of years. It's like, what? It's bonkers. But anyway, what's he just put? Have one, figured it out. Okay, so he's managed to get one. Awesome. We might end up popping down to him. Where is he on the map? Oh, he's only down there. He's only down there. That ain't too bad. He's made a bit of a survivor's camp. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. All right. Now, do we panel off a lot of this for protection? I'd kind of say yes. Just because I'm a overthinker. I'm a cautious overthinker. That's my main duty in life. Right, let's place all these around the side. Go up to the very edge. And then it kind of looked better with the bits popping out the sides, but I'm going to need to pop the bits out of that side anyway, because you're going to need to access that, aren't you? That you can access wherever, and then that you can access from the top. It's all cool, it's all cool. Look at this, we have a ship. We has a ship. And it kind of looks pretty damn sleek, actually. Thoughts? Give me a name. Give me a name in the comment section and I will hopefully name it that. There's your guys' job. Happy days. Right, what do we need? We need fuel, don't we? I want to put this thing with large fuel because it just goes for longer. I also need to put the harvester module on the back, which is going to be quite an easy thing to do because it's literally just going to be strapped to the back end. I don't know whether I'm going to need it yet, but we can strap it on. This is it. It's not too big. We can still access the constructor from here, can we? No, but if we strip the sides down, we can access it still. There we go. Or don't strip them down. We simply just get these like covers and do that. I should have. There we go. Awesome. So if we do that to the other side, we can have access to our constructor. And it's kind of hidden away as well, which is good. Alright, how's that fuel coming along? We got 6. I think it's going to take more than 6 to fuel this whole thing up, but we'll give it a try. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. It kind of just mostly fueled up then. 75% worth of power. Come on. There we go. Only got 5 more of these to go, Jesus. Jump back in and fill all. There we go. What sort of power do we have when we turn it on? We have like 3 hours worth of power. It's not too bad. The one generator's on like 19% capacity. What's it like when we actually have the drills on? Does it drop? No. That's where this differs from Space Engineers. Does it hover though? There we go. That's where this sort of whole thing differs from Space Engineers. Because Space Engineers has a thing where you essentially, when you start using something that's on anyway, it then starts to take the power, whereas in here it just takes it regardless. Just because it's on, it means that it's gonna, it's gonna take the power. So that's something we have to sort of bear in mind. So if you put like shitloads of drills on something, you have to physically turn them off in here. They don't just not use power when they're not active. I think I can hear him with his chainsaw in the background. Yeah, I can hear him. What we can do though is we can make a group. If we add a group and we call this drills, we go okay. We can then add the drills, which we have here, drill modules, and we can go add to group. Okay. We go add to last group and add to last group. And what we can do with that then, we can go into here, go into main, and I think we can just do drills as one. I think that, does it turn them on and off? Well, those are now off. Oh no, it's show on HUD as off. Can these not be turned off? Okay. That didn't work. Let's rename that to custom 2, custom 1. So that didn't work. Try a good idea, it never works, does it? Alright, there we go, just auto assign most of them. Drop the shit back down. We'll have to paint it at some other point. I really want to go and test it out on something. And we've got some more fuel there which can go in its cargo. Unless it does need more straight away. Meh. Doesn't need anything. I mean, if anything, I need to refuel myself because I'm actually running low on food. So, do this. Can we pick up ships with other ships? Because I'd love to take this mining vessel with me with the Nighthawk and actually go flying around with it and then drop it into areas where we're going to need it. But we're going to need lights as well. You can put so much strain on that, what do you want to call it? On that thing. On the generator. I'm going to put so much freaking pressure on the generator, but oh well. Put 2 lights on it. And then these thrusters need to go that way and that way. And what's it like now? What's our power usage at now? Still 19. Weirdly enough. You know, okay. There we go. I also need to. Where is it? Okay, that was weird. The ship's acting remarkably strange. I might put some upward and downward thrusters on it. Just to make the hover a bit more bearable. Just seems like the hover's just a bit off to me. It's not like as jumpy as they are normally. Let's place that on there, that on there. And we'll try and put one on the top somewhere. I say out of the way, but it's not. It's going to kind of be smack bang in the middle of everything. That's the generator in it. I can't really just place that on top, can I? That's just carelessness. I'll place it here. Maybe get a matching one later. Is it a bit more responsive now? Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, I did need some thrusters in that direction as well, but I just didn't put them on. Alright, let's go and say hello to our friend, who's actually building himself a nice little base over here. Let's hover around on his base. Whoa. Where's he at? Is he still in the trees? Oh, he's coming back. I'll say hey. Hey. I'm hoping I scared the crap out of him. Try not to kill him, but you're shooting me. Like a warning shot to tell me to piss off. Alright, where should we go? What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? What are we gonna need for a class 12 ship? You're gonna need plenty of iron. Cool, get iron, lol. That's exactly what he's just said, no way. Right, there's some iron over here. I might give him half of what my spoils are with this. Whoa. Oh, Jesus. There be a dinosaur out in the wilderness today. And he's not very happy with me. Iron deposit is over here, yeah. I think I buried it a bit more, because I actually like covered up the hole to an iron deposit earlier, just because it was I fell into it and injured myself. Where is it? It's here. I'm gonna have to make it a bit bigger now though for me to get in. And all this land here, the reason why I'm not getting anything from it is because it is land that I have made with the tool, and I think it recognises that. I've just got some iron ore because that was from stuff that I hadn't placed. That was actually just iron ore. Got our thing on, turn the lights off, and let's go mining. Yeah, this ain't that bad. This ain't bad at all. It's going like a freaking trooper. It's actually not bad to tilt either. The last one was pretty bad to tilt. This one ain't that bad. Let's run into, oh my god, 17, 19. Yeah, it's really not that bad. I'm getting some really good loots right now. I've actually just go into our devices and go, where are the storage? Storage. It's not cargo box. They won't be cargo boxes, would they? They'd be, what they called? I've placed them. What were they called? Not ammo boxes. They are harvest boxes. Okay, here we go. For access. See, there's already 175 iron in here, which would have taken me the best part of 10 minutes to do on my own with the tier 2 mining drill. I really need to push towards getting some auto miners to do this for me, because once I've got auto miners, it will literally do it for me then, and I'll probably get really close to building the new Dawn 6.0, but you know, until that point, I haven't got the XP or the levels yet, because the levels are considerably harder to obtain now. I changed the settings on that and actually made it more of a challenge than last time. But yeah, the creature's legitimately falling in here. This is the effect mining has on environments. I'm just distressing the animals, making it so they can't get out. Poor buggers. Oh my god, I literally just got like 80 odd. I cannot dig here. Why can't I dig there? Is it because he was in the way? Ah! Excuse me. I have to excuse how nasty I've been saying that the past few days. I've literally been surviving off of water. Haven't eaten much either. Alright. Let's try and work our way out of here now. So I think I've got enough. I think. 500, yeah. That's more than enough. Let's drill our way out of here. Help this little guy get out of here as well. He seems quite distressed and angry at me, so we'll let him out. Why am I not making it out of here? Okay, if he can't get out of that, then he really needs his AI rejigging. Let's go in daytime. Let's head back over. It's actually quite quick. Look how fast we're sort of breaking the terrain up with this. There's his base. Let's park it on his roof. Let's drop it down. And we'll empty out whatever is in the harvest containers. And half it. I'm good like that. That didn't work. Round things roll, apparently. There we go. Enjoy. Alright, and we'll jump up and away. And that went well. That went well. The ship works. Whoa. Probably a bit too springy at times. That was terrifying then. I legitimately thought we were just going to fly straight over the base. It's more of a ship than a hover vessel. It just takes off. Jesus. Right. Well, that went well. And I think I'm going to use that quite substantially in getting shitloads more resources. Because we're going to need them for this big thing that I'm going to need to build. I've got 3 stacks of iron. Not got a lot of fuel. I say not got a lot. I've got 2 stacks, but 1.5 stacks. So I'm going to have to do quite a considerable amount of mining, to be fair. And we'll leave that going. And yeah, I mean, that's really all there is now. I'll probably start painting it. Obviously, the colour scheme is going to be exactly the same as everything else. So it's not gonna. Nothing's really going to change that much there. But I'm kind of thinking like a middle stripe, stretching all the way around, like that. And then everything else can be like grey in the middle. The cockpit as well. It needs to be darker, doesn't it? Yeah. And if we recolour all these, it should all match up quite nicely and look a bit tidier. There we go. So, any ideas on what you want this to be called, give me a shout, and as I've said, I'll happily look into renaming it that if it sort of suits. It's a bit of a bit of a flat ship. It's not as what the fuck. Why is my ship reverted back to this? What the hell? So my ship has no word of a lie gone back to where it was from before. Flatten tool? Okay. That is so freaking weird. So be wary if you make mass changes to the land like what I've been doing. It kind of screws up a little bit. That is weird. I might share that with the Empyrion guys. That is so strange. Because you saw that, it like buried my ship and all the lights. I was like, everything seems a bit small. I was like, why? That is weird. But yeah, any ideas for a name? Give it a name. I need to really put some markings on this one, don't I? Like what I've called it. So we've got symbols, and then we go. Can I get this all in there? H S hyphen, and then it's the Nighthawk, isn't it? NH. There we go. And then this will be NH. There we go. Oh. SH. There you go. So we've actually got that one appropriately named properly now with all of its logos and stuff. And then we've got our little mining vessel, which looks more like a bed. Awesome. Let's go and see how he's getting on with his. Oh my god. He's building with wood. Ooh. Brave decision. Let's ask him how it's going. How do I get inside the base? Oh, is this going to be the base? Is that just a baseline for it all? Okay. I might help him out with this land. Why is he saying it's crap? I can get rid of this. Why is he saying it's crap? I'd probably say he's building a bit too tall. He's going a bit too out there. Oh. Oh, I think he said crap, as in crap. I've got to go. Right then. Well, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Being as Jelly's decided to leave as well, he's kind of yeah, sort of picking on what's gonna happen next, I think. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this new little sort of harvester vessel. I think that's probably best to call it, isn't it? It's a little bit different. A little bit strange, not what I wanted to build, but it works and it does the job, which is good. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, then please don't be afraid to give a like. If you haven't, you know where the button is, and I will see you guys later. Peace.